So when that alarm clock went off, I lay there thinking, do I really want to get up, or do I want to catch up on some more sleep? I've had a long 2 weeks where they've been long hours, and they've been strange hours at that. And I lay there and thought about it, and I thought, actually, this is really what you need. You need to get up and get out and enjoy the outdoors and remind yourself why you actually moved to Cumbria. I also thought that I'm well behind on my next vlog. It's been a long time. The last one was when I shot over Christmas, so I definitely needed to get up and try and do it. Now, I had a full intention of trying to shoot another vlog 2 weeks prior, 2 weekends ago, and I was actually on my way there. Plan was to go wild camping, and so I'd packed everything, packed the car up. I was on the way there and my car broke down, so that put things back and put pay to that weekend, and I couldn't really do anything. So today my plan was to get up for sunrise. I was hoping to do a wild camp, but the Saturday was looking really poor. A lot of rain and a lot of cloud, so there wouldn't have really been much enjoyment trying to go up into the fells on the Saturday afternoon. So instead I opted just to get up early on the Sunday morning. So my plan was I'll probably go over to Lattrig and leave Hallin Fell for another weekend when you know, it was going to be suitable for a wild camp. And as I was travelling down the M6, realised that the A66 was shut at Berghaus, so my plan automatically changed and went and did my backup plan, which was to go to Hallin Fell. So I drove over to Howtown, parked my car near the church, and set off on my hike up this short fell, and went off to go and enjoy the morning.
Good morning everybody. So today I'm back in the Lake District National Park. I'm up on Hallin Fell today, which is on the eastern side of the Lake District, and you get some really great views of Ullswater. So you're kind of up more towards the northern end of Ullswater, up towards Pulley Bridge end, and as you can see, you get some great views from up towards the north, and then you get some really good views back down going towards the south, just down there. Looks like got some really nice views of the fells in the background, and they're starting to catch a little bit of light. Hopefully they'll work in our favour and we'll get some more pictures a little bit later on. One thing I like about this fell, you've got this really big trig point, so it's quite a prominent feature even from the roadside on the road that runs alongside Ullswater itself. Okay, so on to today. We're just at the summit, as you can see, and that's where the focal point of our pictures are this morning. So just really simple composition here, using the trig point as a bit of foreground interest, and then you've kind of got the lake just down there in the background, which kind of gives a focal point, but also kind of like a little bit of a leading line towards the north. And then we've got the rising sun, the colours of the rising sun just over there. What I'm hoping to do in a little while, but we'll see how the weather turns out, is I'll move down to here, down to the valleys, and see if once this light comes up a little bit more, it's starting to catch on these fells here. So once that light comes up a little bit more, hopefully it catches on these fells here, and that's going to give some really good light down into those valleys just down there. and what gorgeous looking valleys they are as well. Really stunning. So yeah, so I'm gonna crack on with that. Oh, I'll tell you what I will do. I'll just go through settings and stuff with you from what I have done. So as normal, it's around about f10. It's about the sharpest point of my lens, sharpest aperture anyway. So I normally try and shoot in f10. So f10, 5th of a second at the minute. We've got a 0.9 soft edge grad on there. We've also got a polarizer on the front there too. Again, ISO 100 to try and keep the quality as high as possible. And over here, as always, got a time lapse going. I was met by a fellow photographer up here this morning, so me and him are both in this time lapse. So, which is quite nice because it adds a nice little bit of movement and everything else into the time lapse. So that's about 8 seconds apart, shooting in f8, auto shutter speed, -1 on the exposure compensation, manual focus, and we've also got a manual white balance as well. So yeah, 8 seconds apart, and I think I've set it to do about 350, so hopefully we should just get over about 15-second time lapse thereabouts, something like that, maybe not as much. So anyway, whilst this sun is creeping up above the horizon, I'm going to go and see if I can grab some more shots. So catch you guys in a bit. Right, so we've just dropped off of the summit now. You can see that behind me, and we've just come down to this nice little outcrop just down here, and we've got some really great views down into the valleys just here, and yeah, some really lovely light coming through now too. So at the minute, the way I've got the camera set up, so we've got the rocks here, a little bit of foreground interest, and it's kind of shooting down in towards into the valley just there, and we've got some really lovely strong leading lines from the river and from the road as well, and also it's also capturing this valley, so we're getting like that kind of almost panorama of the two valleys there in one. So yeah, really nice shot, and with that light as well, it's working really well. And then also earlier on I shot this image from this composition, so using the rocks as a little bit of foreground interest, and then I had the camera in portrait mode, and these rocks also gave us a nice good leading line, because the leading lines in this valley aren't so strong, so it just encourages the eye to lead through from the foreground and pick out some of the not so strong leading lines that are down there, because you've got some from the road, and you've also got a couple of tree lines and some of the walls which are leading it through, but it's all a little bit of a mishmash. So yeah, just having that nice strong leading line at the foreground of the image gives you a good start to lead the eye through. So earlier on we had a nice bit of freak low cloud coming through, which I was flying the drone at the time, so I had to get that in and land it, and then I was faffing around trying to sort out a time lapse to try and capture it on a time lapse, and so I set that up and managed to get some B-roll on my Nikon camera, but then never managed to actually get an image of it. So yeah, my own fault really. Should concentrate on getting the image first, I suppose. But hey ho, you know, it's one of those things, you live and learn, don't you? But yeah, it would have been nice for it to stick around a little bit longer and, you know, hang in that valley there, but never mind. Right, so I'm gonna have a bit of a wander and see if I can capture in some more images, and I'll check back with you guys in a bit. Okay, so this is my last image of the day, and what a great one it is too. So I've just come down a little bit lower off of the fell, and we're almost not far from the car park, so we're just on a little bit of high ground, and we're just looking again down towards into the Martindale Valley there. So composition with this is we've not got any of this wall that's just in front of us, but that dry stone wall that kind of diagonally goes down towards that farmhouse, using that as a little bit of leading line, and then it goes down to the farmhouse, and then beyond that we've got the road, and then you just leads the eye through into the rest of the image. We've still got some little bit of that morning light. I think it's just going to go, you know, in the next half an hour or so. I think that's about it done for today. So it's going to go flat otherwise, I think, especially with, like, you've got some high altitude clouds there, so it's diffusing all the light as well. So yeah, it's about gone, I think. But what a lovely morning. Could have done with a better sunrise, admittedly. I could have also got a better image of the low cloud that flew through, but you know, live and learn, and you kind of got to do what nature gives you, I suppose. So yeah, all in all, really good morning. Settings on this, by the way, was at f10, 60th of a second, ISO 100, and on the front we have got a 0.9 soft edge Grad, which tends to be my go-to Grad filter, and then also we've got the polarizer on the front, which has been really handy because, you know, with that haze that we've got in the background there, it just cuts that out a little bit. Unless you want to keep it in, you know, just keep your polarizer off, but or just turn it down a little bit. You know, it can work in some ways and it doesn't in others. So, but in this image, it's done a really good job. So, yeah, that's about me done here for today. So I'm going to head back to the car now. So, once again, guys, thank you very much for your continued support. Thank you for watching. My apologies again for not getting this out to you sooner. It's been a long while since I've done my last vlog, which was over Christmas. So yeah, hopefully that's going to get a little bit easier now the warmer weather's here. So fingers crossed. Right, by the way, I'm at the photography show at the NEC next weekend. I'll be there on the Sunday, so if you happen to see me, then please come and say hello, and I'll be glad to have a chat. So, but once again, guys, thank you very much for watching, and until next time. Nice lead-in line, so it leads the eye through right towards the back of the also now two valleys down towards Martindale, and you've got come on Pete, get your wheels up.